All right, happening now, some new laws are going into effect today, and a few of them could have a big impact on you and your family.
So joining us this morning is attorney Jon Frutkin of Radix Law, that is. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. So there's some pretty interesting things going on here. Maybe one of the highest profile is this law on background checks and guns. Tell us what goes into effect today.
Okay, so the legislative session ended several months ago, and basically the rule in Arizona is we give a few months to prepare. This year we don't have that many things that we really need to prepare for, but this is the effective date. Starting today, cities, municipalities, counties cannot require any background checks with respect to a private gun sale.
So, I mean, and people might say, well, we've had gun shows and things all the time. You didn't need a background check. So who does this really apply to at this point? Who does it affect?
Yeah, so a handful of the cities were requiring them, and there was a lot of talk about requiring background checks at gun shows. Now, of course, the federal government didn't require them, but before today, the cities and counties could require them, and so now, no more.
So let's tackle this next law. When you're driving on the freeway or regular roads, you'll see those license plate covers, and you can't really see the license plate underneath. This is something that's changing as well.
Yeah, so your license plate cover that will obscure from any angle your license plate can no longer be on your car starting today. Really, this was aimed at speeding cameras and red light cameras where the angle of the camera wouldn't allow them to see the license plate. And so starting today, you can be pulled over and get a ticket just for obscuring your license plate.
So you're not speeding, you're not doing anything else, but if an officer sees you with one of those license plate holders, they can pull you over and fine you, ticket you.
Yep, and so if you've got one, you better take it off this morning before you head out to work.
Okay, and this is another one. I'm not a huge fan of laws, extra laws.
Yeah,
it seems like we've got enough. And this one doesn't make it to me, but it seems like so kids and pets. If there's a kid or a pet inside a car and you see them in a hot car, you can break out a window and not be sued. Were people really being sued for this?
Well, well, here's why it even gets better from your perspective, because now we have a bunch of rules around it. For example, before you knock out that window, you do need to go ahead and call 911 or an emergency responder and report it. They don't want you just breaking a window and later saying, I swear there was a pet in there. The second thing is you do need to wait with the car until the emergency responders come in. So I don't know that there's a lot of lawsuits, but now there's some rules around it. So if you see a pet in a car or a kid in a car, call 911, break the window, and then wait.
Yeah, I mean, get them out. Save a life of a kid or a pet. And one last thing, we didn't touch on it here, but sunscreen on kids at school. I had no idea there was a law against putting sunscreen on kids at school.
Well, what was happening is that schools have always been concerned about kids taking medicine or other things without their parents' permission, and somehow got wrapped up into that sunscreen. And so there were schools where kids were being sent away with their sunscreen. Now kids, without interference from the government, can freely put on their sunscreen starting today.
Yeah, you do see on some of the notes, like I have little kiddos in elementary school, they'll say, please put sunscreen on before you come to school. And that's probably why.
Right, now the kids could bring it with them.
There you go.
Jon Frutkin, Radix Law, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you, Jonathan. Good